Well, we're back down in Palmanova. It's the 13th of March 2021, and there's been so many changes over the past week or so. Lots of news to tell you, but here we are in Palmanova, and we're just outside the Club Nautico, which is the small marina that we have here, and we can see the water's very clear. Not many boats in today, so hopefully those boats are out enjoying the beautiful weather we're having. It's about 17 degrees. Last weekend it was a little bit of a washout, poured with rain Sunday, and all day Monday it was pouring with rain, and then as the week's gone on it's got gradually better. So we're going to have a walk down past the beach. We've got our grandchildren with us today, so Anita's just playing with them in the park just down the way there. And we're actually outside the Rock Palmanova apartments. Someone was asking me about the Rock Palmanova apartments, so there they are. And part of that you've got the Texas Steakhouse and Modigliani, the pizzeria restaurant. Things are starting to open up now. So the restrictions that we've had are getting a little bit easier. So the bars are now open. We saw that last week. Now they can open till 5 o'clock, and from Monday they're going to be able to open inside. So that's restaurants and bars will be able to open from the inside. So that'll make things a little bit easier. But the big news, I think, perhaps not from the UK though, but from Germany, is that Germany has declared that Mallorca, Baleares as a safe area, and so people from Germany will be able to come to Mallorca for their holidays, with some restrictions. They probably still have to have a test to make sure that they're negative up to about 3 days before they come. But it means that come Easter we may be expecting to see quite a lot of German tourists. So that's a positive, but there's always a negative, isn't there? So during the Easter holidays, which they've decided is from the 26th of March to the 11th of April, during that period we as residents are going to have some more restrictions, and that applies to the whole of Spain. And we're going to be limited to who we can see. Really, it's who we can't see. We're not going to be allowed to see anybody, pretty much. It's single households. And so there's no mixing during that period, so it's going to be a little bit stricter, because they want to make sure that everything is safe for the summer. The vaccinations seem to be going well. There's been a bit of a hiccup with the AstraZeneca, and we're not getting the Pfizer vaccines through at the moment, but using the AstraZeneca, lots of people have been vaccinated here. The plan is to get everybody vaccinated by May, so that the summer season can go on as normally as we can expect it to. We're due to have the Pfizer vaccine, and that's not coming until April, so we've got to wait a little bit longer than we thought. But everything's feeling positive. People are being positive here, and the sun's shining. So it's still morning time. So what time is it? We've got about, it's just midday now, and there's obviously a lot of people on the beach because the weather is so nice, and we've got people coming from Palma, plus you've got a lot of people that live here in Palmanova, and it's just a pleasant walk. It's just a really nice walk. So we're with our grandchildren, and they're walking with us today.
What do you want?
So we might have to stop at the park. There's Nana pointing out the lavender.
You want what?
It really smells nice.
We're going to go and have some, go and find a beehive now.
And because the bars are open, the restaurants are open, we can stop to have a coffee, a beer, and we can even have a bite to eat.
You can smell them.
There's the Fergus Hotel, the Palmanova. That's not open yet, but with all the signs being so positive, people will be making their plans now for the summer.
Outside to eat, is that all right at the bar? Yeah, will that be good?
Seen one or two people in the sea as well today. I say 17, it now feels much warmer than that. When you're out of the breeze and you're in the sun, it really does feel quite warm. Been a lot of work going on at what used to be Abracadabra, and that's looking as though work is progressing there. Still waiting to see what's going to happen. And here's the beehive. We're hoping to go there later on for a drink and a bite to eat, if we can keep up with these little ones.
Go on then.
We have noticed the odd police car and policemen around. They're just checking to make sure that the limitations for people in the bars is adhered to. At the moment it's 2 households and 6 people. When we get to Easter it's going to change down to 1 household and 4 people. I don't know how that's going to work if you've got a bigger family, but we'll wait and see. We usually miss this little bit of Palmanova out. We usually walk around the headland, but we're with the grandchildren today, so we're taking a little different route. And we're just coming up towards McDonald area. You can see places coming to life. It's really quite busy, and the shops are opening up. Car park up there looks pretty full. Many of the places across the road here, we're just across the road from McDonald's, that's where we're looking at the moment. They're all shuttered up at the moment, but on this side we've got the shops open, perhaps opening a little bit later on as well. Had quite a few comments about the Hotel Tropico. It's not a hotel I actually know, but I did notice last time we were here there were 2 bulldozers outside, so we'll take a closer look and have a look to see what's been going on at the Hotel Tropico. So we got the SOS Turismo sign. The SOS Turismo sign's something that came around about a month or so ago. People are getting together to save our summer, so that's what it stands for. And we see lots of these signs around. But this is the Hotel Tropico. I'm just going to have a look to see what all the fuss was about. It's a big pile of sand and gravel. Someone was saying they needed to replace the swimming pool or improve that area. There's a lot of building blocks here, and it looks as though they're just tidying up the area. They're going to do some fascias on things. Not sure what else is going on there. The bulldozers have gone, so we'll see. Crazy Golf is still there at the moment. So, well, that's what you can see for the Tropico Hotel. We'll come back in a week or two's time and see if there's any progress being made here. This part of the beach is very popular with the volleyball players, and they're out in force today. The sun's shining, the boats and yachts are out on the sea, and lots of activity. Left Anita looking after the grandchildren. Really are a lot of volleyball players out. The beach is absolutely covered in them. So lots of nets out, lots of people enjoying the beach. Let's hope we don't get too many, because if we do, then the police come and turf everybody off the beach. It's looking good at the moment though. Just crossing the road as Anita wants to have a look in some of the shops. Might be open down here. See still many of them closed. It's the Dolphin Piano Bar, they're doing some work there. It's the supermarket, spa. This is an area where there has been a little bit of work going on, and we've got a new Italian restaurant. They were doing a lot of work on that. That will be coming soon. And then we've got the Castaways, which is open now, and the Tabacos. As I've said in previous videos, the Tabacos are always open. Daryl was asking me about Banana Joe's. That's not going to be open for a while yet. It's the wrong sort of people here at the moment. Local people not very interested in that sort of thing. And then just around the corner is where they've been doing all the road work, so we'll just have a look up there and then we'll get back to the park where the grandchildren are playing. So as we've said in many of the other videos, this is the time of the year when they do all the road works, they do all the big jobs that need to be done, and they've actually done a lot of work on this road. So what used to be the Donga Bigoti and the hotels up here, they're not open anyway, so it doesn't really matter to them. They want the place looking good for when the tourists start to return. And May is looking a little more and more optimistic, so hopefully we'll start to see British tourists in May, and we're going to be seeing German tourists before that. There's the Bermudas Hotel. Just up the road there we've got the Aquasol. They've been advertising that they're open quite early on, so look that one up, the Aquasol Hotel. We're just going to make our way back to the playground where the grandchildren playing on the swings and the other things in the park. A lot of people there today, so it is quite busy. There's the park with all the children in playing. Coming up to Easter, with Spain, Mallorca being very much a Catholic country, there's usually lots of activity going on, lots of processions, but all of those have been cancelled this year. They were cancelled last year and they've already been cancelled this year, so no processions. But there are some events going on. There's actually a car rally that's been going on for the past few days here in Mallorca. Some vintage cars doing their rallies around the island. We've seen one or two of them about, quite impressive. Well, surprisingly it's got a little bit cooler and the wind's picked up, but still been very pleasant. We've had a lovely lunch at the Beehive and the girls are just having an ice cream. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. So bye for now.